Andie, if you're watching this, thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. I'm being guided to share with you the impacts that you've helped make on my life a little bit. And I know, when we read cards, we trust that they're going somewhere and that they're landing somewhere. And you obviously get a lot of comments that confirm that. But there's like another level beyond that where you actually get proof. You get a little bit more proof that there's something else there. There's something else to it. And those moments are really special. And I just wanted to share that with you because I've been blessed with so many of them in the last few months. But on May 6th, I had a particularly difficult day when I realized that I was communicating with God with my cards, and I hadn't believed in God. I believed in the universe and like spirit teams, but because of religious trauma, I had denied a lot of what God probably is. But I was having a complete hysterical meltdown in probably at the depths of my dark night of the soul that I was going through. And I had, I'd set everything down that I was working on, and I had gone into my backyard pacing around, just hysterical. Like, seriously, probably to anybody, it would have looked like a mental health crisis. It probably was at that point. I was like, I don't want anything to do with God. I hate this. Like, it was so dark and so ugly. And I came back in and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do what I'm doing. I can't keep, pressing on and talking to this thing that I'm talking to. Because at that point, like, I was like really in denial about what I was communicating with. And I turned on my computer and I went to YouTube and I looked for you because you've always provided comfort for me somehow. And the video that you had uploaded, I don't know if it's like, maybe the title was like, this might not be easy to hear or something, but it was the video, it was May 6th, I believe, that this happened. But the first 7 minutes of that video were for me. They were specifically for me. You mentioned knocking a picture frame, like a picture frame falling, and I had, like, in the things that led up to this and me being obsessed with finding answers through my tarot cards, I had moved a footstool in my room so that my dog could come and lay on my bed because I had locked myself away in there basically. And I had knocked a picture frame off of the wall because I was doing that. You mentioned that there were birds building a nest on your door, and you mentioned that it was an empty nest. And just a few days before then, I had found this egg. I'll put a little clip of it in here. I found this egg outside just a few days before you made that video. It's an empty egg. But I had found the egg for your empty nest. You'd mentioned that something was happening with my vision and I needed glasses. I desperately needed reading glasses. If you had seen, you haven't, but throughout like all of the videos leading up to this, like, I'm struggling to read my cards because I need glasses. So thank you for that message. I have since gone and gotten reading glasses and I can see now. You had mentioned changes happening in my body, which I had suspected, because I'm 40 now, and I had suspected that I'd started perimenopause, but I wasn't sure. So that was just kind of confirmation for me, which actually was kind of a relief, just knowing that, some of these weird things that are happening aren't just in my head. You talked about needing to paint, and whew, that was hard. That was really hard for me to hear. I did not want to do it. I'm going to insert a clip here. Forever. In the last part of this video, I'm actually pulling cards in this same room, but I had painted brick walls, like hand painted bricks to look like the dungeons in Harry Potter. And those were, that was what you were telling me to paint over. And I did not want to do it, but I did it. And it was very depressing to me. And I ended up painting flowers over what was brick walls, which you just mentioned in the video that you posted yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this, but these are the flowers that you were talking about being painted over brick walls. This and this. But this message of needing to get cozy, I was in for a rough night and a rough couple of weeks, really rough. And basically the next couple of weeks I spent a lot of time in my room reading religious books, reading the things that I was guided to read. Basically, religion is not important in this video. I just want to say that, like, right out in front here, it's not important. But so many of your videos, they're just me. They're my life. Something happened in that video, or you pulled these cards that you had written on. And you pulled cards that said, "Stop, just me and you." And I wasn't really paying attention. I was only half paying attention at this point, because I was like in my bed, like trying not to cry. Like I was just like laying there staring at the computer, because I knew, like, God had hijacked your video, so I couldn't get away from God, even though I was trying in, you know, turning to you for comfort. I couldn't get away from the messages that God was like, I felt harassed by God in this moment here, and I just kind of like, you know, I left. I went somewhere else in my head, and then I got up and left the room. And when I came back, I had paused it, but when I came back and hit play again, it had rewound. Like, it had gone back to that where it told, like, you pulled the cards again and it said, "Stop, just me and you." And I was like, okay, fine. So I stopped, and then I went back to my desk and I talked with my cards. I talked to God with my cards, and that was a rough night. And I highly suggest that you watch the video that I posted before this, so that you understand a little bit more about my story, because I think it's important that you know that. The last video you posted, you were talking about apostles and revelations and all this crazy stuff that has so much to do with my life right now. It's just amazing. It's amazing the things that God shows you about my life. And you probably, like, you know, you don't know me yet, but God wanted me to reach out to you because of this connection, and because how clear the connection is, how clearly you receive messages, because you are so open and so truthful. It's hard to get truthful messages when you're clouded with your own judgments. So it really is quite a compliment. It really says a lot about you that you're able to get clear messages for other people because your ego isn't in the way. But anyway, I'm going to tack on the video of me talking to what I didn't understand was God yet. In this video, this is before I had this crisis moment and I realized who I was talking to. I thought that I had discovered some sort of magic because my cards were being so transparent with me, and they were telling me all of this stuff. Like, I couldn't even ask the question before the answer would fly out. like the cards sometimes would just fly out of my hands. And I do want to say that those cards that you have written on, like when you're shuffling and it's taking forever to get stuff out, God is putting the cards in order for the question that you're going to ask 2-3 questions from now. And when you get, 4 or 5 cards falling out, you can put it back if you want to, but there's the message in it. There's a reason that those 4 or 5 cards keep coming out. It happened to me. And then looking back over my videos, realizing who I was talking to puts a different perspective on things. But I remember weeks ago, it's actually kind of months ago now, that after I had found magic, basically I'm calling it magic, but it was like this instant manifestation, like this crossover between our three-dimensional world and the spirit world, where instant manifestation is possible. And I felt like I was tapping into that. I was experiencing things that were mathematically like impossible in our world. But something that I think you should know is that way back in the beginning of when that was happening, and I filmed this video that I'm going to show you, I asked if you were going to be somebody that I would be able to share that information with, as in, I felt like I was being told that I couldn't trust everyone with this information that I had, and I still am not really sure I understand that message. Maybe I didn't understand it then, but I was told that you were a safe person to share information with. But I'm going to tack on a video that I feel guided to share with you. And of course it's up to you, but I just want to give you the opportunity to participate in whatever God and the spirit world has in store for us. Because from what I've seen so far, we are headed into a new world. I'm having anxiety over making a decision about how to give back to, okay, no. Why is that? What does that mean? Is it like wrong word choice? Wrong word choice, okay. Wrong word choice. I need to balance things out. Nope. What is it? I want to thank someone for helping me. Oh, why? All right, let me try this. I want to thank someone for being who they are. Oh, that came out. I was allowed to say that. Jeez. I want to thank someone for showing up exactly as they are in this world. And my shadow is like obsessing over what is the right way, what is the right. I'm still sitting here thinking about what just happened, and that I was able to say thank you to somebody for being who they are. But I was having trouble saying thank you for helping me. I don't know what that means. I mean, I historically have had a very difficult time accepting help. Very stubborn in that sense. Spirit said that it's because I'm blocking my magic. That's what we just asked earlier. My magic comes from the heart space. Okay, so here's the thing. I keep seeing 222. And the person who channels for me, who gets all the messages for me, most of them, I think part of the reason is because, like, I'm resonating with, like, more and more and more. It's like every video, I'm like, oh my god, this is for me, this is for me. And, like I know I'm now an energetic match to that video, you know? And I asked Spirit, like, is that right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? Like, what, like, is that important? Is it important? Like, this person was somebody that, I mean, I already thanked MJ on my channel, but this person was somebody else that I want to thank, but I don't know how. And so I asked Spirit, and it said to balance things out. Like, I assumed that it was donating to her channel. I assumed that it was money. I'm still assuming that it's money. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know what to do. Like, if it's not money, what am I supposed to do? Spirit, when you told me, like, 2 and 6 of Pentacles, I took that to mean that you wanted me to, like, express myself financially because I'm moving away from a lack mindset. Is that what you meant? Eight of Swords, 7 of Wands. I'm keeping my blinders up. I'm being defensive. I'm keeping my blinders up. How do I balance things out? How the heck do I thank somebody? Okay, Spirit, did you mean just with my words? 7 of Pentacles. Maybe that means I'm getting there? Planted seeds. Something, maybe it's something I planted. Seeds I planted already. What on earth? I just kept being told, like, I'll know what's right, and that has to come, you know, with the right intentions. Which is kind of why I think maybe I shouldn't, like, maybe I shouldn't thank this person, like, publicly on this platform. Because like, if I end up getting attention because I thanked her, then that's not really balance, right? Like, that's not, like, I'm all up in my head about this balance thing. What do you mean by the 7 of Pentacles here? Maybe this means I need to wait. It's not time yet. Oh, All right. Page of Cups. I kind of feel like this is maybe I need to thank her from the heart, but my heart chakra isn't fully open yet. Because that's annoying. That's annoying. Is that right? Okay. How do I open my how okay. I believe we've done some good work on me removing my blindfold. And oh, I'm kind of being quiet. Maybe that's why this is happening. How do I remove the freaking blockages in my heart chakra? How do I do that? Like, what do I need to do? Beautiful. In what sense? Take a risk. Take a risk. What kind of risk are we talking about here? Risk, strength. Freaking A, man. What am I supposed to say to that? I don't... What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to tell her that I like her? I don't even know her. I don't even know her. Like, I don't know anything about her personal life. And she lives in freaking Canada. Which is probably straight. And I'm supposed to do that on freaking camera? For everybody to see? For what reason? For what reason? To heal this? To heal that? I don't get it. Why? This feels so self-destructive. Is this like a soulmate? Is this like a soulmate? Is that why? Is that why there's so much information that's for me? Is that what this is, Spirit? Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Do we have some sort of like... Man, there's like a billion people on the internet that probably said some crazy shit to her, just like what you're telling me. Like, they probably all think that. Like, we all probably think that. What the... That she's like some sort of angel or something that's been sent here to give us all messages. Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. A soulmate. To work together in the heart chakra. does this have to be public? Like, can I just like pay for a reading from her to connect like to her? Or does this have to be like on display? Like, why? Why is that necessary? What the heck? Can I pay for it? Can I buy a reading from her? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands. I could go either way. Knight of Wands, Three of Swords. No, that's a no. Sorry. What am I supposed to say to her? Can I say that I think that we have some sort of energetic connection? King of Wands, yes. Is it okay if I just start with that? Three of Cups, yes. Okay, let me ask this, Spirit. Is the reason for this, or at least is a reason for this, because the ability that she has to channel my energy is something that you want all of us to see, because it really is something remarkable, or what we would see as being remarkable. The world. I want to ask if she's going to think I'm crazy. But I feel like I'm not supposed to ask that. Because I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here, willing to be seen as crazy. To be the Queen of Wands. Is that right? 14:14 on the clock there. Is that right, Spirit? Queen of Swords. Can you help me with this conversation? Like this video I'm supposed to make. Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse. Blocked manifestation. Can't help me. Can't help me, or you already did. Maybe you already did. Maybe this is the video. Is this the video? Devil. Devil. No. Is that my self-doubt? Is that my self-doubt? Because believing that is certainly not this. Full and strength, it's certainly not. The Tower on its side. Ooh, I decide. I decide. Do I run and hide? Or do I jump off this cliff here? What do we have down here? What is this? Oh, of course it is. Well, of course it is. Okay, so, and here's that 4 of Wands. And here's the Ace of Wands. All right, so in my best effort to be this, I need to say thank you to 13 Moon Tarot. Andie, thank you for being you. And thank you for being open to my energy. Let me know if you want to help me show everyone that magic is real.